Ethereum is 1100. Recession. That is some horrible acting, but I can definitely see that it seems to be the market emotions right now. There's a lot of people panicking on these markets as we reach these all new lows this year for Bitcoin and Ethereum. If this is your first time seeing this, is quite scary, right? You're seeing double-digit decreases for both Bitcoin, Ethereum, and a lot of other cryptocurrencies. I mean, you don't see this in the stock market often. And a lot of people will be afraid. And honestly, I want to make this episode to kind of address this recession risk. We'll also address some crypto-specific fear, which is mostly targeted at both Tether, and we're going to do a little bit of an update on Celcius as well. Finally, I'm going to answer this very important question because I've seen this a lot. Everyone's asking, okay, the bear is here. Is it time to buy or sell? And I've seen a lot of comments on Twitter saying, oh, it's stupid. It's the right time to buy if it's not obvious enough already. But honestly, I'm gonna be the unpopular one and disagree with that. I don't think it's the time to buy and hodl. Although, that being said, in this later part of the video, I'm gonna cover some strategies right now that buying would be okay. All right, so buying would be okay in some certain strategies for me. So anyways, guys, we're gonna do a full video, cover everything here. If you like videos like this, obviously like and subscribe to this channel. And also, guys, I got a lot of positive response from my last video. So thank you guys for the comments and some welcome me back to making videos more frequently. So I'll do this for you guys. So let's sit back. I'm gonna pop my smoothie this morning. It's avocado and coconut oil. So I'm gonna make a smiley face and pretend I'll enjoy it. And let's get started. Starting right off, let's get to the markets first of all, because we got some catastrophic collapses. So we got Bitcoin nosediving today. So yesterday, Bitcoin wasn't hit too hard. It was hit, but it wasn't hit this hard. But now we're at 21,000 for the price of Bitcoin. Now, Ethereum, the buddy, it's not doing so much better either. Right now, we're just having a giant, so in the last hour or so, we just saw a giant red arrow here. So once Asia woke up, people also freaked out apparently. So with Asia up right now, we can definitely see that Ethereum is also diving to almost 1,000, just 1,992. So there is a lot of fear. And a lot of this has to do with the stock markets right now. So you can imagine that this is happening globally. I just reviewed both media on both sides, but you can see, this is kind of funny, right? If you watch, I did spend 30-40 minutes just watching the news, and everyone is freaking out, regardless of your political agenda. Everyone is uniformly agreeing that a recession may be coming, and the media is trying as hard as it can to freak everyone out about it. Now, back in the day, prior to crypto and prior to understanding the financial system, I would have been equally freaked out. I mean, this is the news. It should be reporting on what's real, right? But now I view it through the lens of a comedy, right? Like, what is this news trying to make you do? Well, the news is trying to make you panic sell, right? And it's kind of funny, like, I guess like once you switch to that lens, you start gathering information about how much fear there is in the market and what kind of the news is also trying to do. I mean, at the end of the day, it's not just there to inform you, it's trying to control the masses. So right now it's trying to freak out the market, and we definitely see that the stock markets are collapsing just as crypto markets. And I also want to point out right now that you're going to see kind of both sides of the argument. You're going to see that cryptocurrencies should be something that's recession proof. Well, not crypto. I'm not going to generalize like that. That's Bitcoin. There's also the other argument that cryptocurrencies are insanely tied to stocks, right? It's an investment, it's looking to be an investment product. Silicon Valley is jumping straight into a lot of the new altcoins, a lot of the innovations here. You definitely see Sequoia, big name Spain Capital coming into the space, and it's insanely tied. So then which one is it, right? And the worst part is that it's both, right? At this current point of time, the main drivers of the market, they're the investors, they're the Silicon Valley guys that are pushing big money into the space. And of course, we're going to be insanely tied to the price of the stock market or the market sentiment, the overall traditional market sentiment. And because of this, there's actually arbitrage bots. So the bots that detect movements in traditional finance, they'll look at the NASDAQ, they'll look at Dow Jones, they'll basically look at those prices and immediately make a trade. So if like say the stock prices fall, they'll immediately start selling Bitcoin even without asking the user, right? They're just like trying to front run the market and just. But the other form of thought, which is Bitcoin is recession proof, this will jump in and this will kick in because this is also true at the same time, right? This is kind of, well, this is the way I view it. This is also true at the same time. And there are people who are looking for a shelter from the collapse or the potential collapse of the traditional finance market. So this is where I think this kind of thought will kick in once this immediate fear is over. So it's almost about emotions. People will have an immediate shock response, and then of course people will come to their senses after. So that's my thought going into this right now. Right now we have this immediate panic, and we're almost at max fear for traditional finance as well. If you think about it, all this news is talking about is this like, oh, are we going to a recession? Is, the decisions that's coming come later on this week going to impact us? This is when you know that they're just selling the news, right? That's when they're intentionally causing this. So what I think at this moment is that potentially we could go down a little bit more, all right, depending on how bad the news is. And then of course, there's going to be a bounce. Right? I honestly feel like this is an overreaction. And once the media starts freaking out about this at this point, there will be a bounce at some point. For me, I would say that this is a strategy that I can look at, like to look at buying a dip. And at some point, it could be the case that if ETH even takes up to maybe, all right, 1400 again. It could hit this wall again. It could very well hit this wall again, right? Once people start realizing. But that being said, of course, I do feel like crypto hasn't really fully gone into that bear market and recovered yet. So I would actually expect that there's a dead count bounce, and we're gonna go down a little bit further. All right. So this is my highly unpopular opinion. I think everyone's expecting me or wanting, people in the space to give hope to the space, but I actually don't think there's hope yet. And of course, throughout this week, we are gonna look at what's gonna happen. So make sure you're subscribed to this channel. So I'm gonna do almost daily updates to update you guys on the situation that I can't stop myself at this current point. So make sure you click that subscribe button so you get updated when new videos are released. Crypto side part 2. So now let's take a deep dive into the crypto side of things. And obviously I've been reading Reddit, cryptocurrencies, I've been reading Twitter, Telegram a lot, and there has been a bit of fear on Tether. Someone say I'm not buying until the inevitable collapse of Tether. And also there is one more comment down here, and there's another comment here is like, if UST collapse now, the whole crypto market would collapse entirely. Yet again, so I'm not sure why we're talking about Tether yet again. I feel like it's people are intentionally digging out every bit of fear that can happen in the markets. But let me get this straight. These form of stable coins, they're not very, safe and very well regulated. So I'll leave it at that, but I don't think Tether is going to collapse. It's been a situation where we kind of know that the people who are in the space, they've looked at the accounts and they understand what's happening, but there's no formal audit report rather. So I don't believe Tether is going to collapse immediately and within maybe this next 5-6 years. So yet again, this type of fear just running across the market is just people intentionally trying to cause a little bit of instability. There's also a little bit of news on Ethereum. It seems to be that there is a big whale that dumped 90k ETH on Uniswap. So this was kind of interesting. People are following this. So there's definitely capitulation when it comes to whales and big trades right now. Yet again, this is quite symbolic. It's not only, the average person, but there are whales that will capitulate. They think, okay, maybe this, we're entering a bear market. They need to prepare for it. And that is happening on the markets. And that's kind of affecting crypto prices quite a bit as well, whale trades. Talking about another big whale as well, we also have Celcius Network. We're talking a little bit about Celcius yesterday and how they suspended their withdrawals. They're holding around $12 billion of assets and users can't withdraw their funds. So it's a very, very big issue right now in the cryptocurrency space. Now, people are also tracking their known wallets. So Celcius, it's a lending platform, but it's actually closed doors. It's actually centralized. Although we do have some tracking, we don't have a complete tracking of what's going on. Well, of the tracking that we do have, we see this wrapped Bitcoin, so it's 17,000 wrapped Bitcoin that could potentially face liquidation on the platform. It's interesting to see their actions as well because this is on-chain data. This is some of the small bits of information we get to see. So Celcius actually doubled down. So instead of liquidating Bitcoin, they decided to double down and also build up instead added more Bitcoin, wrapped Bitcoin to this than to remove. So this is kind of showing that they know what's happening, so they're managing their assets, but at the same time, they're showing a little bit of confidence as well. They have frozen with funds and withdrawals, but at the same time, they don't seem to be out of money. It's not the same situation with UST Tether, which just completely collapsed. If you want to dig a little bit further about what I think about the situation, I do have a full video on the Box Money Shorts channel. I'll put a link up here. TLDR, I did some analysis and Celcius did lose some money, around $22 million on various cryptocurrencies, DeFi related stuff like Badger, DAO hack, etc. But that's not enough, to be honest, to really bring it down. They have like what, $12 billion of assets under management, and if they lose $200 or $300 million, they can easily make that up by just the interest rates alone, or by just slightly adjusting how they make money. So I honestly don't think this is a downfall of Celcius yet. And I don't think that this kind of fear, this insane amount of fear, is warranted. So my 2 cents on this issue. Long video up here. Lastly, are you stupid? Are you stupid? So this thumbnail triggered me on my YouTube this morning. So we got Alex Becker here. He does some great videos, and his caption is, "Yes, stupid, it's time to buy." That was the most triggering thumbnail I've seen. But I kind of feel like this is the question that everyone's going to be asking at this point, and I'll give you some of my personal opinions on this space and this thoughts as well. So honestly, TLDR, is it buy the dip and HODL? I don't think so. I feel like this is just the beginning of the bear market. I've been through bear markets and it lasts a lot longer. Honestly, the best time to buy, like from my experience last time, is when like probably a year and a half into a bear market, like when everyone's on vacation, when you go to Bali and you just see a huge community of crypto folks there. And when I made the Bali video, that was a great time to buy because no one talks about crypto anymore. Right now, it's like the market's still ripe with a bunch of emotions. It's not time for make a clear decision that HODL strategy. I'm not planning to make that HODL bags just yet. That being said, I definitely think the markets are oversold right now, and we can potentially look for a little bit of upside. So in all honesty, I will be looking for some short-term trades this week. So maybe just a few longs on crypto, both Bitcoin and Ethereum, more Ethereum side, and just wait for that little bounce and then just cash out. So that's kind of my smaller strategies. I'm not gonna bet anything big on it. Probably maybe at max use 5% of my available funds to play with this at this current point. And if you guys are interested in trading and having a better trading experience, you guys can check out the links below. I'll have a 10% discount code for the FTX exchange, and they have much better trading tools there, along with free withdrawals to make sure that things are good. So quick plug there. Of course, I do get a referral bonus as well for that, just full disclosure side. So in that case, I'm definitely looking for some trades, but at the same time, I'm not gonna start, panic buying these dips. I'm kind of waiting for this next very big ugly wave. So the way I see it, I can see us going up, bouncing up a little bit more, and then going down and stabilizing for a period of time. It might be 800, it might be 600, depending on how the market reacts. But I do see that there will be kind of a period of 1 to 2 months that will be very clean and there will be less noise. I'm just waiting for that. Now, what's kind of interesting is I will say that there might be a difference for Bitcoin and Ethereum. So Bitcoin, depending on if there is a recession or not, this will be the biggest test for Bitcoin to be a shelter from a recession. So it could be the case, all right? It could be the case that we have Bitcoin rising in 2 to 3 months as well. So it might be the case that we'll exit out of this bear market early, but I'm waiting for the noise to die down. So I know this sounds a little bit contradictory to what I said earlier. You have to wait years. It might be the case that Bitcoin itself, once people discover, so that's a special exception, once people discover that this is a safe haven from both the recession and from the insane politics that we see now. I've been always emphasizing that Bitcoin is not political at all. You can send it anywhere in the world without any regard for this insane world politics that's happening right now. So if that's the case, then I do feel like in 2-3 months we might have something insane. If it doesn't, then it means that we will be entering that maybe 1 year to maybe 1.5 year long bear market. So we'll keep you guys updated on that. I'll give you guys a further opinion as we get more information coming in. But I do see that is a possibility of this Bitcoin being a shelter. So guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Of course, I will try to make more videos. And if you guys have any concerns as well, leave them down in the comments below. And also, honestly, guys, I really appreciate comments from last video. Booch for Snooch. He says, I have some funds stuck in Celcius, but like you, I feel pretty calm. I really enjoy this format and pacing of your videos, more laid back, no need for studio, good to see you again. Let's keep the eyes on the prize during the downturn. Congratulations on your offers to lose weight and be healthy no matter what. I didn't realize I lost that much weight that's visible on camera, but thank you guys for the comments on that. I really appreciate it. I also appreciate Booch for Smooch for not being panicked about the whole Celsius situation. I feel like there's a lot of like, intentional fear out there to try to invoke some emotion out of people, and honestly just having a very rational kind of planned out thought. We also have Barbara Florentine says, my hubby and I watched you since 2017. Thank you so much for watching me for such a long time. We bought right before the plunge and we stayed on the long range course. Congratulations. How strong as we are now. So veterancy really matters in this market. I've been looking at a lot of data as well. A lot of people who watch this channel, they're 24 to 30. And sometimes, you know, it might be your first big loss, but knowing that sometimes holding strong, like there are people who are on this channel who've held strong, that really matters, and I hope this can be some sort of strong encouragement for you. I mean, it's kind of funny, YouTube recommended this video from 2017 too. For a while. For example, Ethereum dropped from almost 300 to below 200. And ooh, Ethereum dropped from below 300 to below 200. I really enjoy reading these comments. I've been trying to reply to as many as possible. So if you guys have any concerns as well, any thoughts, do leave them down below. I'll try to cover them in the upcoming video and try to make some interesting comment that's suitable for you guys. I thought this week is for you guys. So I'd love to hear what you guys think, and I'll try to make as much content for that as well. So guys, thank you guys so much for watching. It's a time for another sip of this amazing avocado drink. I'll see you in the next video.